Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel once again here. I hope you liked the first Q&A session we did last week, and thanks for stopping by. By the way, if you didn't watch it, I'll put a link up here for the first one, and you can check that out before watching this. Okay, let's get to it. I have some good questions today again, and the first one is from YouTube, and it's from Dan, #BeatOVF, and his question is, how do you manage pressure from the crowd? To be honest, I'm very scared of the spectators and the sound. And my point of view on this is that, of course, we're used to, when we go on court, that there might be a lot of people watching, and it's something you get used to, and the pressure is of course already there. But especially in the past, but also now, I try to remind myself that, what I'm going in to do is something that I do a lot of hours every day, and the court is the same size, and even though I really want to win, I find a lot of calmness in that I don't have to do anything different. I'm not going into a game I've never played before. I'm well prepared, and when I'm well prepared, I don't really see a reason to be really nervous. And if you're scared of the spectators, just feel happy and blessed that so many people came out to see you play. It's a big privilege, and I try to remind myself of this, every time I go on court and there is a lot of people. I'm playing badminton in front of a lot of people, and that's sort of a dream coming true for me. So if you can look at that as a positive thing instead of being a really negative thing, I think that you will be better off. So I hope you can use that answer. That leads me to the next question, which is from Ayan Shah, also from YouTube. And the question is, love the video, thank you so much. Thank you. I have a question. How do you improve your mental strength? And the best tip for that would be to maybe have a sports psychologist. I've used that in the past a lot. Right now, I don't have one, but I still try to see, a psychologist once in a while. I think it's really important, not only for your mental strength on the court, but also your mental well-being off the court. So if you have the opportunity, I think that's a really good idea. And if you don't have the chance to do that, I suggest that you read books on the subject. You can learn a lot from that, and there is a lot of great books out there about mental training for sport and that kind of things. Also, you can meditate. I personally meditate, and that helps me a lot. I'm a guy who has a lot of issues sitting still, and I find that sitting down and meditating really can improve your mental strength also on the court when you tend to get nervous or tense during an important situation on court. So I hope you can use this, and if you have any other things to add, feel free to write a comment, and I'll do my best to answer and touch on the subject in a future video. Let's jump to the last one for this time. It's the third question, and it's from Instagram, from Mathieu Urom. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but bear with me here. And he asked, how many rackets do you carry for each training session? And that really varies a lot. Maybe it's better to sort of tell you how many I carry for all the tournaments. And we're really lucky as Yonex players that we have Yonex, the stringing team, for every tournament out on the World Tour. So if we end up breaking a lot of strings or whatever, we always safe in that kind of way, that we know that Yonex is ready. Oh, jeg kommer med baglov. For satan.
Okay.
Sorry.
What happened?
Cramped. Nå. For satan, hvad fanden gør jeg det? Nå. Prøv lige igen.
Skal vi starte med, når vi er på ud? Jeg er heldig, fordi
ja.
vi er på...
Yes. I'm personally really lucky that I'm sponsored by Yonex, and that means that out on the World Tour for every tournament, I know that I can get stringing pretty fast. But I personally carry around 12 to 14 rackets for every tournament. I want to make sure that every racket has the same amount of LBS in the strings, and that the grip is the same size and all that. So I know if the unthinkable happen and I break whatever 5 racket, 5 strings, 7, 8, I always know that I have an extra run in the back. But it's definitely not necessary to carry that many. I just personally want to do that, and of course I'm lucky to be sponsored, so I know that that's possible. For training, it varies. Sometimes I have a lot of rackets for stringing, and in that case I only have 5 with me. But I would like to have at least 8 for the practice session, so I know that I have enough. So I hope that you can use this answer, and thanks so much for asking. This was the last question from my social media platforms. However, I want to answer one last question before I end this video. And that is a question I get a lot. And that is, can I become a good player if I don't have a coach, or if I don't have, people helping me, feeding me, whatsoever? And yes, I think you can become a good player. And one tip is that you should try to watch a lot of YouTube. I touched on the subject in one of my 5 advice videos, which you can find on the channel, and I put a link for it up here. However, I think that it's so important to watch a lot of badminton and to look at your idols and try to see, how do they move, how do they hit the shuttle, and then try to incorporate it in your own training. Of course, I would like you to watch me mostly. However, if you want to watch a lot of other players, I think you should definitely do it. The most important thing is that you watch a lot and you try to experiment when you have the time on court. Also, for me personally, I still watch a lot of YouTube. Every day when I eat breakfast, I find old matches, newer matches. Of course, mostly my own matches I watch. However, I also look at old matches, to see, did Bao Chung Lai, for an example, what did he do in this situation? I used to watch a lot of him when I was younger, because he was also a tall player. Yeah, that's my tip for you. Watch a lot of YouTube, and you can do it while eating, or you use a lot of time on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatsoever. So spend a little bit of time watching some YouTube of your favorite badminton players. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you find my answers helpful, and stay tuned for the next one. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below, and remember to subscribe. It really helps a lot. So thank you so much, guys. I see you around, and take care.